Hello students, welcome to the company law and administration class. We are dealing with our fifth unit, that is global companies and ethical practices. Wherein till our previous video we have completed with the global companies along with the formalities of entering into the global companies. Coming to the last part of the topic is ethical practices. So before we move to the ethical practices, let us clear with the meaning of ethics. So here ethics basically means that doing the right thing. So ethical helps us to see between what is good and what is bad. So doing the good thing or doing the things in a proper manner is called as an ethical practice. So when we are entering into the contract, or when we are establishing the company, or when we are administrating a company, the ethical behavior or the ethical practices involving that in our business is very important. So that will strengthen the company and helps in its development. So here every company has adopted ethical corporate management and the best principles for the listed companies. So let us see them one by one. So there are a certain requirements wherein the companies must follow in order to follow the ethical practices. So when a company is involved in that is commercial activities by these directors, manager, employees of the companies, so and some of the business groups who are having the control on the business, such as the other business groups, then they are not directly or indirectly they are that is they are not allowed directly or indirectly to make any promises or to accept any proposals for the benefit of their own. That is, so the persons who are involved in the business activities, they shouldn't make any promises or accept any kind of the promises which is not which is not beneficiary to the company or which is against the company. So whatever is causing the harm to the company, that the practice shouldn't be followed. So here any breach of the contracts, a breach here is cancelling the contract or making the fraud or illegal or violation of the rules and regulations, and involving the parties of the civil servants and the political candidates or any other institutions or any other supervisors or manager or any stakeholders who are directly involved with the company or indirectly involved with the company must not do anything which will harm the ethics of the company or which may harm to the company. So here they should avoid following the unethical practices. Then next is to take the benefits, that is benefits in the form of monetary or the value or any treatment or any that is preferential treatment or any rebate. They should not receive it for the sake for the beneficial of the self. That is, they shouldn't be greedy. Okay, so here these occasionally whatever they receive should be with a normal social custom, and they shouldn't adversely affect the right and obligation of the company. Then here the company shall compile with the Company Act, Security Exchange Act, Business Entity Act, Political Donation, etc. Procurement Act on the refusal of public servant due to the conflicts of interest or listing rules or any other laws relating to the commercial conduct as a basic premises for implementation of ethical corporates. So the companies have adopted these all laws, this Companies Act, Political Act, these are being adopted in order to avoid the conflicts in the business, and whatever business are done, that is ethically. Then here the company shall stipulate the policies based on integrity, that is there should be integrity in the business, there should be transparency, and there must be a responsibility, and there must be a good corporate governance in order to minimize the risk, and the company must have a sustainable management environment. That is, good corporate conduct, that is good working or healthy working environment will help the company to grow further. Then here the company may stipulate various ethical corporate management procedures, that is they have provided the certain guidelines in which they are going to work, and it will prevent the company for following the unethical codes of the businesses. Next, here the company shall clearly specify the ethical corporate management policy and the commitment by the board of director and the management on the rigorous implementation. That is they have to show that they are practicing the whatever they are practicing is a ethical one and they are not against any company rules. So here neither any company nor its staff shall directly or indirectly offer or accept any unreasonable presents or hospitality. That is whatever transaction is causing the harm to themselves and with the company, such transactions or such proposals are not accepted by the any of the company or the staff who are directly or indirectly involved. Then here company staff shall abide the application of regulation and laws, the company internal operating procedure or contractual provision concerning to the intellectual property shall not use or be disclosed. That is, every company has its own secrets that shouldn't be disclosed by the person who are involved in that. That is a fraud or that is a thing which is against the company. So here their work is not to disclose their secrets. Then in case of the research and development or manufacturing or the provision or the sale of goods and services, the company and the staff should observe the applicable law. That is, whenever you are producing the things or goods and services, the company must see that they are being followed the proper instructions, and here they are not involved in any kind of the illegal activity which will be cause for the which will become the damage, that is which will cause the damage for the health of the consumer or the society. So they shouldn't involve any in such activity that will damage the right and interest, health and safety of the consumer and other people who are involved with the company here. Then a company shall comply with the principles of that is effective accounting system and internal control system. That is, when it comes to the accounting, it has to compulsorily follow whatever the accounts are, that is how the accounts are to be prepared and what is the manner of preparing the accounts, that in prescribed form itself the company has to prepare the accounts. Then coming to the next concept here is mailbox and website or whistleblow. Okay, so whistleblow is a process wherein if you find in a company, that is when you are working in a company, if you find that someone is doing something harm to the business or someone is creating some of the bad thing against the company or he is doing some things against the company, then you have to alert everyone on such matters. So in case of the employee within themselves are like some of the subordinates are planning something against the company, then immediately you should report it to the manager. Or if the manager finds something going wrong among the employee, then immediately he will alert you also. This is called as this is called as a whistleblowing, wherein which is done to follow the unethical practices. So if you see anyone doing the unethical practices, immediately I'll go and report. So this is called as a whistleblowing, which is a alert news. Then here the company will disclose the measures adopted for implementation of ethical corporate management. That is, how are you following the ethical, how are you going to implement the ethical practices in the business. Then that is here the status of implementation, then the quantity data and the promotion of the company's websites, annual report, prospectus, is everything disclosed in this particular act. Then here the company shall at all the times have to monitor the development of the local and international regulation which is concerning to the corporate and the management in order to encourage the employees. So here the company, whenever it is working, it should see that it is not out of the framework which is prescribed, or it shouldn't do any work which is outside the ethical practice of the company. Then coming to the last part here is corporate principles, that is corporate ethical principles. So a company must set a standard for which its directors, employees must compel in conducting their business activities. That is, in corporate, they have to set a certain rules and regulations within which these all officers have to follow their duties. Then management must also they must also have the voice for the company stakeholders, both internal and external, and they have to promote the development and the implementation of the system which will help to for the achievement of the corporate behavior. That is, it must also uh, act for its stakeholders, or they have to act on behalf of its stakeholders. So, in the event of corporate violation, that is, if we find that anyone is violating the rule or if anyone is breaking the rule, then the proper investigation must be taken, and then the required punishment is applicable. Then, for the safety and the health, for the health purpose and the safety, placed danger, they have to carry out with, that is, if the work is of a little risky, or when it comes to the question of the safety of the employees, that time the company have to take a certain steps to minimize the risk. So here they have to promptly disclose a certain public information in appropriate form. So here it is responsibility for the it is responsibility of the company here to have a proper information regarding the violation, then who is responsible for the violation and its effect. Then next here, the operate business fairly, honestly, and follow the rules, laws, principles of the society. Then here, to create safe, comfortable and protective workplace. So when a worker is working in his workplace, he should feel it safe. It shouldn't happen that when you have come to the workplace and suddenly the building collapses. That means what here? The person who is coming for the business is under the risk. So here they have to provide a safe and comfortable and productive workplace. Then only the worker will be committed towards their work, and which will lead to the less violation of the rules and regulations. Then the stakeholders interest, that is, the respect is paid to the stakeholders. So stakeholders, which includes the customers, suppliers, employees, government, all over the environment which are involved with the business. So here they have to maintain the respect and good relation with these stakeholders to maintain the friendly and healthy relationship. Then they have to be a good corporate citizens. Then devote themselves in protecting the environment. As the business is getting everything from the environment, its duty is to protect the environment. So the measures are to be taken to see that their environment is being protected, and it is taken under the corporate social responsibilities. Then here the custom culture of the nations are to be protected. So when we are dealing with the businesses, we have to see that wherever we are doing the business, whether it may be in our home country or the foreign country, the customs or the culture of those people are not to be hurt, and that are to be respected with the needful. So here the companies will help for the growth and the development. So the company will establish the relationship of the mutual trust and oversee the local communication through the business activity and respect and understand their culture. Then the company contributes to the development of local industry by building excellent relation with the public. So this was about the ethical relation, wherein working within the bracket of the company's rules and regulations and being working on the humanity basis, what we call as the ethical practices which we need to follow in our day-to-day life also. So this was the end of the topic. Along with it, this was the end of the total 5 units, that is your syllabus. So in the next videos we will be dealing with some of the case studies which are related to the subject.